have been talking about the weekend soccer matches. But first, let me give you a little clue into who we have with us. We have Ivan Lim. We have Valerie Chua.
Hi.
We have
RJ.
And we have Ben Thomas.
Hi.
Big Ben.
Big Ben. And now we have some people over. Ayo, rude. Like you said, Ruth Van Wong. Okay, we have a couple of comments. First up, we have Ruth Van Wong who said, Ivan, you need a haircut.
I do.
And that is Ivan.
just wonder what
and
you're
then
gonna look
Shawnee
like.
asked, hi Ben, why are you so quiet?
Well, since you got me started and since Sugizo has gone there and says I'm not a Spurs fan, but from the way Arsenal is performing, I wouldn't be surprised Spurs will own Arsenal. To be very honest, the same comment you gave last week, I said wait till Spurs play Hull. I rest my case. Spurs may jolly well own Arsenal, but they're more in danger of going down this season than owning Arsenal. So I don't think Spurs, if you're not a Spurs fan, I don't think they'll appreciate you dragging them into this, Sugizo. Why am I so quiet, Sean? I know I'm going to get a lot of stick later when they talk about Sunderland Arsenal, so I'm composing my thoughts. Yes.
Keeping quiet
But
for
you'll
now.
hear a lot more from me later.
So who's a Spurs fan? Is he a Spurs fan?
I don't know, he says he's not, but
He says
last
not.
week he talked about Spurs owning Arsenal.
Maybe can we make a joke about Spurs?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Don't get
Go
me started
ahead.
because there's no one here to defend them.
From white becomes black.
Well, I know you guys miss Han Kyung. We miss Han Kyung too. But he's busy for today, so I'm just sitting in for today only. But we will have another Liverpool fan, hopefully,
Yes, where is
to
he?
take my place. We don't know where he is. And people are asking, where's Shawal? And bring him with Calvin as well. Hey, we're not turning the show into a bore. They're just all like tekaning me. That's why it's boring, because they're all tekaning me about Liverpool right now. All tekaning me. And I can't defend myself because I'm supposed to be neutral. So, you know.
When you started supporting them.
It's like, wow. It's a tiring place to be, you know, being neutral and having to defend Liverpool. Okay, first up, we're going to grade Manchester City and their performance during the weekend. How would you guys grade Man City? 1, 2, 3. Show off your... What was that? Okay, what was that?
Mine-
Man City?
Yeah.
So what's that?
Great in the first half.
Great in the first half. Okay. And 4. Val, why 4?
You did well.
They did well? That's all you have to say. They did well. Even though they lost.
Yeah, they lost against a good Liverpool side.
Okay.
So,
And RJ?
1, because it's a home game. We should have won it, hands down. Just felt that. After the player got sent off, right, I think they just went down.
Okay.
Bad. That's it. I don't think they deserve anything more than 1.
Anything more than 1? And for you, Ben?
I think they did well. I've not split into halves because if it was a half, probably they'll get 4 or 5 for the first half. Right. I think overall, they did lose a man.
Okay.
So with Liverpool having scored a goal, with them going a man down, I think they did well to hold on to the end. And I think Liverpool have this ability once they sense blood to go for the kill.
Yeah.
They've done it a number of times, so I think they still deserve a 3. Well played.
Ding, 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 ding. Now the one that I'm dreading. Liverpool, how would you guys rate their... Wow. That was
If I
fast.
give City 3, I can't give them anything less, can I?
Like, what? He's not even
once
touching
again, I
anything.
got to...
So
There goes your
that's
objectivity, right? There goes your objectivity.
That's it,
Minus
man.
1 from RJ.
Okay.
And then there's...
For the second half.
For the second half, again, Ivan. A 2
It's a game of 2 halves. Yeah.
from Bell. Bell, why 2?
Don't like Liverpool.
They are actually competing with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right now, so
So she's
okay,
very biased,
fine. Oh, and why minus 1?
God, they were dreadful in the first half.
They were.
If I was a Liverpool fan, I would have just gone somewhere and hide quietly because I wouldn't want to come out.
It's
Only
more-
after the last few minutes of yeah, and
Yeah, when
you're
they
standing
win.
close to the TV set like this, like, oh God,
A bit like United against Bayern Munich, right?
that was
Hey, don't start him on that.
wait, hang on. That was like how many years ago? You're a bit lost. You're a bit lost. We're talking now. You know, I believe in what's in front. I mean, we'll get to Arsenal and talk about the front.
And now we are going to... wait, Ben, you haven't rated Liverpool
I
yet.
did. I
Yours
gave
you
them a
did.
4.
Right.
And that was pretty high, so why so generous?
Well,
thank you.
If
though.
I've given City a 3, I can't give the team that finally won anything less. But to be honest, I do
Unless they
have
were lucky.
no, I think they played well.
Yeah.
I have to
We
be honest,
did
and I do
kind
have a
of
soft spot
after.
for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Despite the fact
Thank
I
you.
became an Arsenal fan because of
so-
Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
That
So
wonderful
initially,
day 20 years ago when Liverpool were beaten 2-0 at Anfield and Arsenal
To
stole
lose the
title from
championship,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I do have a soft spot for Liverpool. And I think, to be honest, I think he might actually get it together this season. They are looking. It's theirs. It's theirs to throw away.
Well, they're looking a lot better than Arsenal.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree with
I was
that.
waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
I'll give Ivan 5 points.
Definitely, they're looking better than Arsenal. Will
they,
they?
they need a new captain, seriously.
Yeah, they definitely. Gallas is not captain. He should drop Gallas, bring in Johan Giroud to partner with Toure, bring in Song, and I really think he should start with Carlos Vela and Bettner up front.
well,
Because
sweet dreams are made of these,
I know.
dude. But like, you know,
That's why I'm not
fantasy
manager
football.
and he's the manager. But there you
Yeah, but
go.
actually, you talk like manager, no? You should be a teacher, not coach.
I have coached before. I have managed before. So there you
And
go.
Ruth Van Wong has a quick comment which says, BJ, at least we won Bayern Munchen and won the 1999 Champions League. What about Arsenal? They haven't even won a... Well, of course, you know that he didn't say Arsenal, of course, but
That's okay.
they haven't even won a single UCL Cup.
That's all right. When we do win, we'll talk about it then. Just like United hadn't
very
won the
calm,
league
huh?
for 26 years, but I suppose Ruud wasn't around then, probably not supporting them then. He's just popped out now in the corner while they're having a wonderful time in the sun, so I'll live with that.
Is
He's a
that
Man U
something...
fan.
Are you saying something about those kinds of fans?
They're increasingly popping out of the woodwork when
Oh!
Chelsea is doing well, Newcastle were doing well once, Blackburn were doing once, they come out, they buy the tops, they disappear.
Oh,
Make
Ruud
a lot
now
of noise
just-
about them.
I know, they crawl out slowly.
Ruud just...
Yeah,
Ruud
crawl.
starting
I'm
you,
sad
by
to
the
say,
way.
I'm not one of those who crawled out, okay?
Crawl out the woods. Now, Ruud...
I've been a United supporter since the age of 6.
I respect
Wow.
you. Respect to you.
Okay.
He was an abused child. Is he?
Oh my god.
That's why.
No, footballing abuse.
You can't believe Ivan.
45 for that comment for Ivan.
Those who follow United got really pure good business sense, because United started off in a business way. If you go back through history, you go find it out.
Well,
I'm not going to more than that. Okay?
if you've supported them through their non-glory days, I take off my hat to you
Yeah.
and I salute you, which you have, and I know
Yes, I
many
mean,
who
the days
have.
where
But I
Liverpool
suspect
were
Ruud hasn't answered my question because he's only started them supporting them after they started winning. So
Next lifetime.
I have only one comment to say about Liverpool. Right now, you know, like in the first half of the game, they were
somebody give a
as
torchlight?
lost. They were as lost as our Liverpool fan who's lost now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the first half of the show, he's been a no-show, and like, John Molina, where are you? Please come to rescue me from the
maybe
other
he'll come
Liverpool
from
fans.
and since we're talking about history,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law is a Liverpool fan, so I called him after the game. He was in Australia, so it was about 3 a.m. then, so he didn't respond, so I called him again today.
Why did he not respond?
Poor
He shouldn't
guy,
be
living,
happy
living
about
in the
it.
wrong side of the world.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so he said he's only started supporting them after 1998 because he's significantly younger than I am. So he said this is the best they've done for a long while.
Yeah,
in terms
it
of
is
start
true.
the season.
Yeah.
And so I went back and checked the records. The last time they did this well was actually 1997. 7 games, 17 points, and Arsenal ended up finishing 4th behind Arsenal.
Correct.
And United won. But the previous time that they did this was 1990, October. They won the first 8 games of the season.
Yeah.
This was fresh up after they'd won their 18th championship. Now, if you had put a bet after that game, winning 8 games of the season, that Liverpool wouldn't win that season, Liverpool wouldn't win for 19 years, you'd get a lot of money. My point simply being is, United fans, I think you should enjoy it while the going is good, because that could happen. I'm not saying it will, it could happen. And I think this is the thing about, I think, fans like Ruud, I started supporting them from 97. Thank you. You're only 20 years old. Okay.
Okay.
When they start losing, when they get relegated,
Ruud
let's
Van
see
Wong.
whether you still are so supportive of them, Ruud Van Wong.
Oh, wow. Oh, and he called you an old man. Oh.
That's right. I'm 36 and proud of it.
And Ronaldo7 says they can't even smell it. They were in Bayern shoes when Arsenal lost to Barca.
To an offside goal.
Yeah, in the closing minutes of the final. And then, of course, Leo going, that's the way it's spelled. FC Bayern. I still like to say Manchen, Ken.
Manchen.
I like to say Manchen. Of course, referred to as Bayern Munich. Now, Red Devil 72 says, I remember about 20 years ago, okay, that's a little too long, when Manchester United came to Singapore and I went to see them at Thomson Plaza, known as Yao Han Plaza back then. Can you imagine the current team going to a place like that now? Frank Stapleton scored 2 goals against Singapore. Final score 2-0. Wow, Singapore was that good last time.
Kelong.
Wait, wow.
They
Ivan.
Wow. I thought you said it's Singapore. Okay.
He's supporting the Singapore team. Right.
Kelong.
I see.
Oh, that's Red Devil. Okay, fair enough.
Red Devil,
Yeah,
fair enough.
I thought it was Ruud Van Wong. He says he's 20, but he saw them 20 years ago. Something's wrong with his maths. But anyway.
Exactly. Well, Ruud Van Wong,
Hey,
if you
you've
really
got-
do
you've
want to
got-
come, drop us an email, and we will arrange to have you so that you can meet your old friend here, BJT. And all you have to do, you have those details down there on the screen right now. Call 63192400 or SMS us or email us. Okay. And meanwhile, we are going to talk a little bit more about. Oh wait, we haven't rated your team, yo.
Yes.
Shall we rate his team?
Arsenal
Oh, they
and
look
Sunderland, right?
like they are not okay.
Was it-
Arsenal versus Sunderland.
Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Sunderland.
Sunderland had one. Okay, Sunderland had one. Arsenal one.
Oi,
Okay,
Keane.
so
Kick them.
okay, wait. Who are you rating here?
Sunderland.
You are rating 4 for Sunderland.
Sunderland as well.
4 for
4
Sunderland.
for Sunderland.
Yeah.
All for you, Sunderland as well. 4 for Sunderland. Wow. Okay, now can you please explain this generosity? Even though you
No, I think RJ mentioned it earlier. Having a game plan. Keane had a great plan. Deny them the ball. Don't give them the ball because if you give them the ball, they'll kill you. And kept the ball away from them, defended tight. They were lucky because that goal that was ruled out was actually a good goal. It was a fantastic goal. Walcott got to the line, flicked the ball up even though he was fouled. So it should have been a penalty, got the ball across. Then Percy came in, scored a great goal, but it was disallowed. I'm not going to moan about it because I think that's one of the biggest flaws with this team. Wenger covers too much for them.
oh, you're so modest. You actually know
It's
the
true
flaws.
though. It's true though because
You admit
it's
the mistakes.
it's no point in him coming out and saying they put 10 men behind the ball. They were too defensive. What do you expect? You know what I mean, they're not going to open up and get murdered 4-0
come.
like yeah, exactly like Blackburn got.
Take a shot.
You know what I mean, so the thing is, if you keep saying it, it doesn't do any good for your team.
So what, you
Because-
think they should get a spanking, is it?
Oh.
All those kids.
But
But you can't blame...
it's not the kids that have let him down. No, it's the season pros that have actually let him down
Right.
over the years. The kids have actually done very well.
I agree with Ben. And the other thing is that I think some of the referees and the officials,
Harsh.
no, they're just not good enough. They're making too many mistakes, and it looks bad on them.
Maybe they're not paid enough.
I mean, it's
It's a tough
I like the
job,
players,
you know.
right, yeah.
Don't you think? I mean, it is a tough job.
it is,
a
but
tough
I mean,
job.
like what they said. You know, what I mean, there was no way the linesman could have made the call from the camera angles that were shown because it was blocked. So unless you're absolutely sure, you know what I mean, don't call it. And if anything, you should be looking at the foul because he was pushed. That's why he was thrown off balance. So you're thinking, linesman, what on earth are you doing? I mean, if anything, you should flag for the penalty because there was a foul in the box. Okay, you don't give that fine. He's got the ball in. Maybe you saw the advantage player, and then you flag for the ball crossing line. One, it never crossed the line. Two, he was obstructed. So how can you give it?
Give that man a beer, man. I think he's getting heated. Already.
See, Shawnee, I was keeping my peace for a reason.
I mean, if you want to talk about
Sure,
that point,
sure.
I mean, basically, what's happening with the West Ham sort of issue?
Hey, Liverpool! You're lucky.
Yes.
up?
Finally. Hello, John.
Hi, finally.
Yes,
I'm
finally.
here.
Take
I'm
a
Ben.
seat on
Hi,
the
Ben.
beanbag. Hi,
Hi.
Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Take a seat over there.
Hello, Liverpool rocks.
Yes.
I'm just going
He has been waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you. I have to remain
Oh,
neutral,
okay.
you know. And like I've been trying to remain neutral as much as I can without, you know. And by the way, John is a Liverpool fan, and of course
Yes.
you will see him singing in Thumper at Goodwood Park Hotel, right?
Yes,
is that
that's
why
right.
you were late, or were you lost like our
No,
team in the first half
I was
of the
actually
match?
in some kind of a traditional massage. Yeah,
Okay, that sounds kind of
Okay, never
wrong.
mind.
So
Anyway.
maybe let's go to a comment which also sounds kind of wrong.
Can I
BJ,
address-
that was
Oh,
a cheap
wonder
shot.
you look
So the one below that, I don't know what he's
so-
referring to as a cheap shot, but I'll come down to Sugizo's comment.
Sugizo?
I don't think Arsenal have many glory days to talk about. Well, obviously, we've not been following them too long. They've got 13 titles over a space of time that spans 3 decades. So, more than that. They've been doing well successfully. Like what now? Losing to Hull and drawing to Sunderland. I'll just address that. Before we lost to Hull and drew with Sunderland, to win the league, what we needed to was win the remaining games of the season. It was simple to be sure of winning the league. Right now, having lost to Hull and Sunderland, drawing with Sunderland, if we still stick to that game plan, we'll do it. But I'll say now, I don't think Arsenal are going to win the league.
Okay.
But I'm very confident now they'll finish in the top 4. Go back to the start of the season. If you'd given any Arsenal fan that, look, call the season over, tell the boys to go and have an extended holiday, give them top 4 placing, we would have bitten off your hand to get that.
Okay.
And I would love to see Arsenal win, but having seen them the way they play, I think they are lacking that bit of determination. Not the young players, the young boys got in buckets, and I'd like to see a lot of them come in.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we do in the cups. We'll see how we do in the cups. So to Sugizo, the glory days are not far away. If the money goes out, Arsenal still have the young players. If the money goes out of the game, I don't know what Chelsea are going to do, United are going to do, Liverpool are going to do, Man City are going to do. So, Sugizo, I don't know who you support because you haven't pasted your colours to the mast. You're staying very quiet. I'd love to see who you support, Sugizo.
Maybe
Okay.
it's Hull.
Maybe.
If you do support Hull, Sugizo, I salute you, but I can bet you don't support Hull.
Hey,
No,
they're
okay.
Champions League players now.
Yeah, they are, you know. I mean, okay,
For now.
honestly,
Yeah,
I
for
did,
now,
I
For
did
now.
say before, even before the season, I told Ernest, you know, Hull is a team to watch out for. Not because of anything, but because they have hunger.
Yeah.
You know,
Tenacity,
like, yeah,
loads of
they
it. Yeah, you
definitely do
can
have.
see that. Yeah.
You know, and they're raring to go, and I think it shows in how they've been. I mean, they're not like fantastic and whoa, you know, but they're doing a lot better than I think a lot of people expected them to.
True. I agree.
And,
I
and
agree.
they're playing good football, which people don't give them credit for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They beat Arsenal playing good football, I'll say that. I mean, first half was a bit of a physical game, not overly so, but second half they beat Arsenal playing good football, and I'll give them credit for that.
Okay, so let's get the 4 of you to rate 1 upon 5 how Arsenal's performance was in the match against Sunderland, which drew 1-1. So 1, 2, 3. Was that so hard?
Did you drop
You
something?
you have kind of face it to the
Oh,
camera,
sorry.
John.
Sorry,
Oh
I thought
dear.
it was double.
Okay. So
Sorry.
one.
There we go.
What is that?
24. No,
You
4.
give
2 for the team, 4 for the captain who should
That's a
be
2.
captain, Fabregas. Sorry. 2 for the team, 4 for Fabregas.
Okay.
I say 3 because
3?
I think they put in a lot of effort, but they just couldn't finish the game. So
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds familiar.
It does. It does. It does.
That's
Sadly,
the problem
it
this
does.
season, yeah.
I think Arsenal got it this one wrong, really wrong.
So 1.
Give it 1.
I have to agree with you.
Aww.
But
That's
that's,
like a
that's the
story.
manager's rating, not the team's rating, though.
Ah.
Well, he leads the team out.
That is true. Val? Because
I think they really put in their effort, but it's a bit off.
Ivan, 2.
Effort's not good enough. If you don't get
This is
results.
the first time you actually didn't hold a 5 or 4 up, so that's kind
They
of.
were rubbish.
No, I agree with John. They actually did
Put in a lot
really
of effort.
put in effort.
Just
I
couldn't
think-
finish the game.
And what RJ said was true. He expected Keane to play an attacking game.
Yeah.
That's why he put in 2 holding midfielders, Song and Danielson. But after 15-20 minutes, if he saw that was not working, he should have brought in Nasri. Nasri is on form, on fire. He would have opened the game up, and he didn't.
Just put them down the
Okay.
flanks.
Is it
Well,
because Wenger is not very adaptable?
We were having a chat, you know. We were talking about some of the managers.
They're such a stylish team.
I like Arsene Wenger. You know, I don't like his attitude, you know, but I like
Who
his
does?
way. I like his way of handling the team. It's just the only thing is that when it comes to the time when you have to switch, certain players, you know, adapt to what's happening.
Yep.
That's where he fails.
Okay.
So you gotta have that just that little bit, that killer instinct. If something goes wrong, turn it around. And maybe this is where Liverpool. Maybe I don't follow Liverpool. Maybe Liverpool will have this difference here. But as I said early on, I think they'll fizzle out the last few months.
They rotate.
You know, I think if Liverpool or Arsenal had half the determination and doggedness of Hull, they'll be the top two.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I really, really think
Because
so.
can you imagine you take
I
Hull,
think so.
a team like Hull, and you put, let's say, a world-class midfield player, right, a world-class defender, and a world-class striker.
There'll be something.
I
Yeah.
tell you, it's going to be a damn hard team to beat.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's true.
That's what you need. And the problem is that all the teams that we're talking about, the main major teams, they have everything in place. The problem is, can you put the first 11 out every weekend? And
I
you
was
can do
surprised.
that.
I was very surprised at Hull's tenacity. You know, this is the first time I've seen a team so hungry.
But there's so much now coming in because the English
Well, they
Premier League is so
just made it
different.
in,
No,
right?
it's so
You know?
different now.
It's the first time in their history that
That
they're in
they've
the top
actually
flight.
made it in, yeah.
No, but-
and
104
I'm
years. first time.
expecting two of the big teams to go down this year. Spurs
so it's not going to be a
and
matter-
Newcastle. I expect one of those teams to actually
yeah.
go crashing down
Yeah.
this year.
I think so
Spurs
too.
are performing pretty badly. Sorry, Ernest, but they have yeah.
No, it's going to be really heavy for them.
Yeah.
But what is going to be interesting is see the 5 teams battling out for Champions League. That is interesting because somebody out there is going to get hurt.
No, for sure.
And the last part of that few months to the end of next year, we're going to see things happen. That's where I see it.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much. We are going to take a very, very short break and going to talk about Champions League. Thank you for joining us on the second half, John.
Thank
Just
you.
like Liverpool did. Thank goodness.
You're coming
It's coming.
For the second half as well. Some sort of poetry, right?
Yeah, it's
Sinking
emotion.
I tell you, being a Liverpool fan is so tough. Let's go for a break before I die. So, bye.